Hello friends and enemies, this is Hearted1, and today I will be reading and illustrating a story I found on r/scary stories, written by u/cottagecore_elf, titled Witches. This is a quick content warning. If you are sensitive to children and anything bad happening to them, I suggest you click away, or check out one of my other videos. But stay safe, stay cozy, and let's get into it. Issa said we should play witches, and I agreed, because I always agree with what Issa says. When I was all red and tiny and screeching, Issa was 4. She already knew how to count to 100 and tie her own shoes. When I turned 4, Issa once again beat me by turning 8 the next week. She had golden braids and knew how to draw unicorns better than every other girl in her grade. I was still tiny, not like before, but too thin and short for my age. My hair, tangled and dark, refused to be braided, and even though I couldn't walk properly because of a limp, I followed Issa everywhere, like a little tail. And now that I'm 8, I still can't draw unicorns quite as well as Issa did 4 years ago, but lately she is more into witches anyway. She draws them tall and dark, always huddled together in a little flock, their hands intertwined and heads so close to each other that you want to lean in to hear what they were whispering about. Mom often says I should listen to my older sister, but I would do anything Issa tells me to, even without Mom. Issa is the coolest girl I know, so when she suggested we play witches, I agreed right away. To be honest, I'd rather play princesses, or at least fairies, but it is exciting to play with Issa, so I don't mind when she makes me put her old black dress on and taps my eyelids with gray eyeshadow I know she stole from Mom. She puts the same eyeshadow on herself and lines her lips with the black pencil she usually draws witches with. And then she says we should go to the forest to gather herbs for spells and practice our magic. Mom usually forbids me to go there alone, but then again, I'm not alone. I'm with Issa, and Mom says to listen to my older sister. We get to the forest in no time, even with my limp. The woods are right next to our house, and after 10 minutes of following Issa, I'm not sure I would be able to find a way back on my own. Finally, we reach a small meadow. Issa teaches me how to make flower crowns, and then as I sit and rest, she dances around me, and I think she's the prettiest witch in the whole wide world. Soon, Issa gets tired and sits next to me. For a little bit, we are just sitting on the grass and looking into the woods. Suddenly, Issa has an incredible idea. She tells me how witches used to be burned at the stake, and how we should play that, but of course without real fire, because Mom doesn't allow us to use matches without somebody supervising. Issa takes off the black belt that she uses to hold Mom's skirt, and instructs me how to tie her hands behind her back. I'm not usually good with knots, but Issa tells me to just keep making them over and over again, until she can't move her hands. It's a good thing the belt is so long, so I can make around 5 or 6 knots on top of each other. Then Issa says we need to find a stake at which she can be burned. And so we walk back into the woods. Issa walks in front of me, looking for an acceptable stake, which is actually a pine tree. Finally, she sees one she likes, so she rushes to it, leaving me a bit behind. She doesn't mean to, but sometimes she forgets I can't walk as fast. I try to keep up with her, but she's determined to get back to the tree she picked as quickly as possible and check if it suits her stake criteria. Suddenly, there's a crack and a scream, and Issa disappears right in front of me. By the time I get to the hole, she has been crying and calling out my name for at least 5 minutes. I'm careful not to fall too, so I lay at the edge of the hole and look for Issa. She's at the very bottom, dirty and breathless. Her hands are still tied together, and her left leg is covered in blood, and I think I can see bone. But I try not to look there. Issa tells me she can't get up, and when I offer to come down to help her, she snaps at me. "You can barely walk yourself. How would you help me? Go get Mom." There is a sharp globe stuck in my throat, and I can't take a deep breath, so I just say, "Okay," and crawl away from the edge. I get up on my feet and start walking back to the meadow, but the further I get from the hole, the less I'm sure about where I'm going. It gets dark quickly, and my feet hurt so much I can barely take a step. I'm cold, and I've been crying for at least an hour now, so my eyes are burning and swelling. I decide to go back to the hole and try to get Issa out. Apparently I haven't gotten so far away, or maybe I've been walking in circles. It's dark now, so I can't really see Issa, only a shadow around her sides at the very bottom. The shadow is still and silent. I crawl to the edge of the hole to stare at it. I don't want to play witches anymore. I call Issa again and again, but no one replies.